Hello there, everyone. I wanted to take some time to talk about changes going on with YouTube, specifically the YouTube Partner Program. This is something that affects a lot of content. It only affects small content creators. It does not affect anyone who's a large content creator. I guess it technically could, but the way that YouTube is changing on January 16th, they decided to change it to make it so channels are not eligible, or it's harder to get into the eligibility for the YouTube Partnership Program. Before, I believe it was just 10,000 total views, and then you could become a YouTube well, I mean, no strikes, and you can't ignore the terms and conditions on YouTube, but besides that, it was just 10,000 views, I believe, in total on the channel. That way, you make a channel on day one, you can't immediately throw very offensive content out and expect to get ads on it. I understand that, and it's something that people can work to, and over time they can get. They changed it to be 4,000 hours of watch time each year. I don't know if it's actually going to do a one-time thing, but it's an every-time thing. It says 4,000 hours in the past 12 months, and you have to have 1,000 subscribers, which I can understand why YouTube is pushing for these things. Maybe have it just for newer channels as opposed to older channels, or maybe having like a set time of it. I'm not sure what will fix that, but I feel like I feel like that's a bad way to go about it, but I know that YouTube is a company and YouTube wants to make money. It does remove some features that content creators have, and this is where I don't know what else is going to be taken away. This says channel features. It makes it feel like they might be removing things, or taking away like more that a content creator has. I will read this segment from it. It says, access to creator features. Note that your channel currently needs to be in the YouTube Partner Program in order to access certain features, such as end screens and cards that link to associated websites, crowdfunding, or merchandise sites. I'm not sure, like, does that mean I can still have an end card to a different video, and I just can't have an end card to Patreon? And I could still have that end card for subscribe? Personally, I don't use end cards. If you've been on the channel, I don't use end cards at all. So, whatever. I don't use end screens, and the cards is the eye up there. I don't use that either. So, to me, this doesn't affect me. It will cut off any money I can make. Granted, I'll admit, I don't make any money on YouTube. Oh, I'm sorry, I make so little, it's inconsequential. That's not why I'm more upset about this. It's kind of just how YouTube kind of it's spitting in the face of the small content creators. I get it, small content creators really don't bring much to YouTube, and they can cause a lot of harm. Large people can cause just as much harm, though, as we've seen in the past with people making very questionable decisions. I'll put it that way politely. And there's a lot of like uprising in it, and I'm not sure how I feel about it, because there are a lot of larger YouTubers and stuff, and I don't think they mean any harm by saying stuff like this. You shouldn't be in it for the money. It's not, if the only reason that you're doing YouTube is to make money, you're probably doing it for all the wrong reasons. It should be more of a passion project as opposed to just trying to make money. And especially going to these levels, you don't make any money. I'll be transparent here on this. It's not necessarily anyone's business, but I'll be transparent about it. The money I made, according to YouTube, I'm looking at my YouTube's analytic page, the money I made in the last 28 days, because that's what YouTube's section is, I had 1540 views, and I made 20 cents. 20 cents. YouTube, if you're partnered with YouTube, like directly, that YouTube pays you, you have to make $100 first. So, you know, 20 cents. I have to do 5 months to make $1. So I have 500 months to go, and I'll make the first payment. It's not so much, though, about the money, why a lot of people are complaining. Whenever anyone is at the bottom of any kind of field, a lot of the time they can struggle with motivation. You can love doing something, but with so little feedback or acknowledgement of it can really sap the desire to do it. Especially when you put a lot of time into stuff. I do Let's Plays and talking and reviews, so it doesn't affect me as much. Personally, I don't think this is gonna change anything for me, but I know that it's discouraging for other people, because seeing the fact that, hey, my channel's, it made 50 cents last month, you know, that means that there were people watching it, and it can kind of give you like that, you're moving forward. And and some people take pride in the fact that they have they're a partner of it. So having that kind of taken away, especially like, it does not happen immediately. It happens as of the 20th of February. I don't know if there's a way that if I could increase my watch time. It's all watch time. Not views, watch time. But if I could potentially increase my watch time to match it for the past year or so, I don't know if YouTube would allow me to continue it, or if they'll shut me down regardless because of this time I did not meet those requirements. And just as an example for the requirements, 4,000 hours, what is that? That's 11 hours a day. It's like 10.9 hours, but 11 hours a day. So if you don't upload frequently, your video needs to generate, let's say it's a half an hour video, it's got to be watched 22 times, fully watched 22 times to hit that 11-hour mark. And that definitely can be more of a struggle, because if you don't release super frequently, then it can be a little punishing for you. So, but once again, that's only at the bottom, and I understand it. The website, YouTube's not in a good place. YouTube's kind of crap in the bed real hard about how they're doing. So I think they're trying to make things more appealing for sponsors to work with them, and ad companies and all that. So I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I just wanted to bring it up. It is going to affect a lot of smaller people. One thing that I can bring up is I know this has worked for me. If you want to help small content creators, you can check around and see what they have for some kind of interaction or financial things like Patreon. You can donate to people on Patreon. Well, subscribe to them on Patreon. You can give them money on Patreon. I'm not sure what it would be called, but you can help them out via Patreon. And even if it's $1, $1 takes me 5 months to make at my current rate. So that is a crazy amount. So, it's not, I believe most content creators, even small ones, will be thrilled that there's even one person willing to give them any money at all. But if you can't give money, that's all good. If you want to help out the small content creators, watch their videos. Watch it all the way through. That helps out because of the retention time. If you click on a video and click off of it, you didn't help the content creator. In fact, all it does is hurt the content creator. And we all do it. You know, we click on a video and it's like, oh, I gotta go now. Definitely. Everyone does that. I do it. You got busy. You did something different. But it helps out a lot to just leave a like and leave a comment. I'm not a big person on leaving comments myself because I typically only watch larger channels. But I know being in the I am a small YouTuber, I love every comment I get. I love that people took time out of their day to just, you did good. I know it's silly, but even the first, it's like, well, you know what? They still commented. I appreciate that. And any kind of feedback and everything like that, it means a lot hearing back from people. It's a difficult section or job or hobby or whatever, because you, unless they come to you, you don't have any direct feedback. You're just producing stuff. You're making content, but how many people are enjoying it or watching it? It's hard to tell that without getting some kind of feedback. Obviously, views is one form of feedback, because if your views skyrocket, well, people probably liked that, or at least clicked on it. So message them on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Those help out a lot. It kind of shows that you appreciate them a little bit more. Watching the videos through fully. If you want to help people, tell other people about the content creators. That helps out a lot. You spreading the word is better than YouTube's algorithm trying to help me. YouTube's algorithm will not help me. It like actively will hurt me if I don't have watch time. Or interactions with a video, which are likes, subscribes, comments, even dislikes. But YouTube will like actively punish people for not having that, because they will ignore them entirely. So the one thing that I hope to see from this is they will stop flagging all the videos for being inappropriate. Because I've had videos where I've just talked. I haven't said any swears here, and they'll flag it as inappropriate. I'll get all the views I'm typically going to get on the video, and then remove the flag. I didn't do anything inappropriate. I'm just talking. So those are my thoughts on it. I might post another video once I've learned a little bit more of it. And try and figure out how this is going to work and affect a lot of people. But thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it or want to have a discussion in the comments, let's go. Let me know how you feel about this. How is it affecting you or people you know? And also tell me what your favorite soup is. So I'll see a comment and says like chicken noodle soup, and I'll have no clue what I'm talking about. But thank you very much for watching this, and I'll see you in the next video.